Hello, we're here to do a Divine Masculine, Divine Feminine mutual energy check. Thank you for joining us, and if you're new or returning, welcome, welcome, welcome. If you could, like, comment, share, and subscribe. It does help the channel grow as well as helps me pick up on the energy. On the pre-shuffle, I was getting something is forbidden because of confidence. Someone's confidence is blocking them off. I was also getting the focus is confidence. You need to focus on confidence. Trapped until someone obeys. Someone is trapped until they obey or exhibit some type of obedience. Let's say that. Alright, so let's get, and those again, I'm sorry, are pre-shuffle messages. I shuffle, I try and tap into the energy, I try and get any pre-messages that may need to be delivered before the actual reading. And what comes up, comes up. Let's go ahead and get some oracle cards for the counterparts. There it goes. Okay, so for masculine, obedience. Following what's being told to do. Falling in line, being cooperative is the word. Okay, mutual energy, please. High Priestess Fire. Following intuition on what actions to take, what needs to be done. And for feminine, we have success, congratulations, maybe achieving some type of success, reaching some level of success, or a goal of success, something that she's achieving, an achievement, and we'll see what that is. And there it is, a level of confidence underneath the deck, and that's obey, confidence. Those were some of the pre-messages. So let's see. Let's take a dive. Masculine. Let's talk about it. How are we feeling today? How are we feeling today, masculine? Following intuition is kind of sideways, but I feel like he's being forced to obey that the divine guidance of staying still, being put in a stagnant manner to become a little bit more enlightened, see things from a different viewpoint, and gain understanding and some type of enlightenment that actually shift thought patterns. Yes, turning his back on people, places, and things that no longer serve. Actually following that guidance, actually following that. So it's a sense of divine obedience, yeah. And it's weighing him down, turning his back on his burdens, his heaviness. So what else are we? Yep. Not turning his back on his emotions, people, places, things that no longer serve. This is a lack of collaboration, lack of emotional harmony. It's non-friendships, non-harmonious relationships. It's one, not coming together, not reconciling, not getting back with people and laying a foundation, actually building a strong foundation on which to build in. Go within. Gain your emotional stability, gain your emotional maturity at some point, actually spend some time alone. So it's like, don't go out and just have a good time. You need to go through a transformation. It's what he's being guided to do. He's actually obeying what he's being told to do. Walk away from friendships that aren't harmonious. Even relationships. It could be friends, family member, co-workers, whoever. He's being guided to do so. He's following his intuition, right? He's turning back his back and moving away from those situations that don't bring him that emotional peace. He's spending time alone to gain some type of stability. He's going within, reflecting, and finding a balance. Some sense of it's an emotional peace that I feel like he's finding from going within, and it is transformative. It's a death and a rebirth process. It's and at the next card is the Wheel of Fortune. It's to shift. It's to shift things in his favor, to turn things around, to develop new emotions, to balance himself out. He's gonna run into his own stability and balance. And so he can build and open up emotionally. It's a guidance to do so. He's actually obeying and doing what he was supposed to be doing, what he was meant to be doing. Finding his balance is a part of his guidance. Staying still. These are moments of peace and solitude. The only action card is just walking away, and it's just turning your back on certain emotions, like how you used to feel, how you used to perceive things, how you used to feel about certain situations, and carrying those emotions. Set those emotions on fire. They no longer matter anymore. And I find my peace when I turn my back on it. So it's more of a sense of clarity, gaining that by sitting still in the moment. Let's keep going. Masculine. So we're feeling one more. Yeah. Not taking action, setting yourself free. And not actually taking on any new endeavors. It is a shift. When we have a lack of control and balance or even stability in our internal world, we shouldn't take on anything else, because that actually readjusts our progress. So with the King of Wands in reverse, the Ace of Wands in reverse, not taking any action towards any new creations, starting anything, just kind of free yourself. Free up your space. Free up the actions that you're taking. You may constantly be go, 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 go. You may constantly be produce, create, do, right? But this is the energy of freedom. Allow yourself to be stagnant. Allow yourself not to be obligated to anything new. Don't create anything extra for your plate. That's where the Ten of Wands was coming up at the bottom. You have a lot on your plate. You're already carrying a heavy load. Don't take on anything else. So the Knight of Wands being right here in the middle, it's like set yourself free. Release yourself. Create that energy of what would you like to do. It's a the look on her face is enjoyable almost. It's like enjoy life, don't tie yourself down energy. Not pursuing anything, not creating anything. While in the midst of shifting things around from the past, making a decision to wait for things to grow for you. You're heartbroken, but still stable. There's some confusion and options and choices on how to achieve this emotional connection within this. Look at this. It is the Ten of Cups with your Empress, this connection, having a relationship, thinking logically. So it's like you want to have the relationship you'd like to have in a balanced, fair manner, and there's options and choices that need to be made. And in order to achieve that, it's saying obey. It's saying go within, get your emotional stability, dig deep into your emotions, actually set yourself free. Don't take on any new endeavors or projects or people or passions. It's like work with within. All right, feminine. Eight of Pentacles in reverse. Let's see what that is about. Death in reverse. Empress. Tower. So with the Eight of Pentacles in reverse, that speaks to, and I'm going to have to break this down bit by bit because all together, it's not giving me what I'd like to understand. It's not giving me anything to understand. Eight of Pentacles in reverse, let's see. It's lack of work, lack of effort, lack of attention to details. It's something not working. No longer putting any effort of things that don't change. It's like reaching a level of growth, because why am I going to put into the effort of things that aren't changing, aren't evolving, aren't growing? And you reach that level of growth and expansion and give life to something new here with the Empress. And cause some change when you do that. It's like you reach a level of success, though. You're able to move on to calmer waters, find stability, overcome challenges, and actually find your strength and courage within, and actually develop a mutual a relationship, and you open up emotionally, because the thing behind what this message is giving is that, okay, I'm not putting any effort in anything that's not evolving, not growing, not transforming, right? And in that, you actually create new life and transformation. You bring down old foundations and you cause that transformation to actually take place, because you remove your energy from things that aren't working. So it's like, if I want to reference cars, okay? So let's say you have this old 2005 car. and you're steady putting hundreds of dollars into it because it keeps breaking down, tow fees, tires, engine work, repair, maintenance, all this other stuff. You're putting a lot of money into this 2005 car, and you're having to spend time and money. This is clearly not working. This vehicle is clearly not working. I'm going to stop putting my energy in something that's not changing. I'm having to shell out money constantly, right? So I'm going to give life, I'm going to get nurture and put my money into a newer car. I'm going to go get a 2020 vehicle. I'm going to give life to it, and I'm going to cause change. I'm going to stop putting my effort into what's not working for me, what's not changing for me. And I actually create the change. I give life to a certain change. So again, that would be the success. The success would be to stop. Yeah, you got to pay the payments monthly or whatever, however you structure your finances for that newer model car, that new year car from the 2005 to the 2020. But now you don't have to shell out, $1,000 this month, $1,000 next month, 200, 500 in tow fees. Yeah, you own that car outright, but the amount of money that you're spending, you could have bought that 2020 by now. You know what I'm saying? So you create change. You give life to a certain change, and you find harmony in your emotions. Let me shift this real quick. Bear with me. Sorry. Okay. So let's see. What else, feminine? What are you? It's like you overcome that. Like you've learned the lesson. It's like congratulations. You finally understand. Stop putting effort into things that's not working. They're changing. Oh, that's two. Balance yourself within any new developed emotions. When we evolve as humans, and we all grow and learn and mature throughout, we also drop certain emotions. We have to find certain balances within the things that are developed within us. So if, let's just say, the empress is the nurturer, the mother, the life giver, right? So the new developed emotions, the newly developed feelings is the page of cups. You have to balance yourself within it, right? And since it is new, you don't know what exactly that is you're feeling. You have to grow to understand it as well. So you gotta kind of balance yourself out. It's like when you put feminine, and I'll point this out as a sense of heels. I don't know if everybody wears heels. I haven't worn heels in years because they are painful because I'm flat-footed. But pretty much when you put on a new pair of heels, you have to find your balance in that. You can't just, some are professional heel wearers, but I personally struggle to walk in new heels because I'm not quite sure of the height, the heel, the length, the width of the heel, and you gotta find it. You gotta find it. Just like riding a bike, it's new. You're not sure how to get things going just yet. Yeah, there is some stagnancy here, but there's a shift coming. It's for your benefit to keep you mentally stuck. Yeah, so you can heal. Getting your wishes. It's like, so you can become clear about what you want, what you actually desire, what you're hoping for. You find balance in the feelings that you are feeling now, the new ones that you are feeling now, and you're kind of in a mental confine, to kind of clear up your mind and see what you want, to see things clearly. Let's get just one more. Okay, yeah. You're healing so you can gain your strength. It's to clear out those blockages, yeah, to get a new cycle started. You got to clear out some of those blockages. You got to heal some of those things. You got to gain your strength back. It's like, and it also, the death in reverse speaks to have gone through a transformation, which masculine is in the process of doing. You've reached a level, and that's what I've always said. Some feminine reaches a certain level and masculine is not too far behind. We do find that it is most of the time true. So let's keep going. Let's see. And we'll clarify to see what's going on internally with that. But the strength is to gain that courage, that willpower, is to heal and hope. For brighter days, to see things clearly, to get an understanding. You're successfully achieving that, and that's where I'm getting with that, and that's the energy that I'm picking up. So let's see. High Priestess of Fire. Taking action. Follow your intuition. Take action. Make change happen for yourself. What's the Six of Wands? Having some type of success, achievement, having a successful relationship, accomplishment, achievement, being recognized within the relationship. Look at that. Look how they came out, the King, Queen of Swords, the pair, and then the Ten of Cups in between them. Being disciplined to achieve that, with the Queen following, making head over heart decisions, being objective, logical, making the tough calls, making the tough cuts. The Queen of Swords, being clear-minded, not letting emotions fog, being guarded, being discerning. Yeah. About having a new beginning in the world. Let's see. Taking those, clearing one's mind to make a judgment call. And that's what I just said. Being discerning. The judgment call is a release, and all of that is in regards to making choices in love. The choices that are being made in love are coming from a clear mind, clear standpoint mentally. And this is why I feel like feminine is in the mental confines. So she can do some healing, so she can gain her strength back. She's balancing herself out within new emotions. There has been some type of upheaval and change that she's actually given life to. It's like, she's no longer working through a transformation. I feel like she's given birth to a transformation. It's actually happened. It's actually taken place, and she's just balancing out and things that have developed along the way. Masculine is actually doing the internal part, the internal logical part, because it's like I have to become more enlightened. I have to gain some insight. I'm following my intuition. I'm moving in silence. I'm actually obeying what I'm being guided to do. I have to gain some wisdom and emotional maturity at this point. So again, that's logical. Knowing that your emotions aren't in the right place. There is no emotional harmony. You gotta anything that isn't harmonious, you gotta walk away from. This isn't harmonious. I need to achieve a successful relationship. right? You're taking those steps. You're taking those action. High Priestess of Fire. Makes sense. All right, let's keep going. There's options and choices during your manifestation. During your manifestation. One moment. Yeah. And you have a path that you could choose, or directions you can pick from, which way to go, how to take it, how to because it's like you're bored, you're discontent, and you want to move on, you want to move away from anything that ties and binds you. From those things that control or possess you. You want to take action swiftly, but it's like you're kind of waiting. You're making plans behind the scenes. You're getting downloads, getting messages. You're carrying the weight, you're carrying the burden. You're holding back, weighing your options in regards to love, an offer of emotion, and what actually makes you happy. So it's like you're doing the logical thing at this point when it comes to your emotions. You're not letting it get the better of you. You're taking action towards that of which it would serve you. Masculine is walking away from things that don't serve. Feminine is actually balancing herself out and not putting any effort to things that aren't changing. Don't waste your energy. Don't waste your time, is the advice there. Let's see. It's like you're manifesting from a higher perspective at this point. Bear with me one moment. Okay, sorry about that. So let's clarify for masculine, High Priestess. Alright, clarify High Priestess for masculine. Intuition, carrying a heavy burden. So it's like you have a lot going on internally, masculine, and it's like you're moving in silence. You're just feeling heavy and weighed down, and it's like you want to be happy. You're carrying those burdens to get to the growth potential for your Ten of Cups, your emotional fulfillment. There is some mental conflict in doing so. So, let's see. Let's keep going. Alright, one more for the High Priestess. Okay. Carrying a heavy burden, but you're in the middle of manifesting and creating at this point. Because you're actually going within and finding your balance. Okay. Hangman. Clarify Hangman, please. And I'm going to take it. I'm going to take it because it's like not achieving success until things have changed and fully transformed. That's why the stagnancy, that's why the suspension, that's why not making any moves, that's why we don't come riding in on the white horse until things actually balance out. So it makes sense when we say obey. If you're being told to sit still, you sit still. Now that goes to if let's just say back in school when you're told, hey, class, we're gonna do an assignment, yada yada yada, right? But yet and still you're up, you're talking to your friends, you're at the pen, you want to go to pencil sharpening, I gotta go to the bathroom. How are you getting that assignment accomplished if you don't sit down and actually do that assignment? Exactly. This is what this obedience is, actually following what you're told to do. Clarify the Eight of Cups. Okay, so you're internally you gain the enlightenment. You turning your back and walking away from emotions, people, places, and things that don't serve you. Internally, you coming out of that. You're internally, because the cups are emotions and they're within, right? So we've actually seen some things. We become enlightened and we can actually make those movements. Um, but outwardly it's still present because the transformation hasn't quite done. Yeah, you're coming out of that stagnancy and you want to take a leap of faith. You're actually taking a risk, but you're thinking you're stuck mentally. Um, Three of Cups in reverse. You want emotional fulfillment. You're walking away from emotional fulfillment and commitment. You want in a traditional divine sense. You want to be fulfilled. You don't want to have multiple people around you. You just want to be fulfilled all the way. When we talk about fulfillment on an emotional sense, what makes us happy, what fills our cups, what pours into us, what is what is the completion look like, not within ourselves but with someone else as well. And it goes to something structural, something committed, traditional, something that is divine, something that has a clear understanding or a certain structural balance within it. It is, one moment. Okay, sorry about that. But yeah, it's and you're moving towards it. Something committed, something traditional. Something like something that you believe in, right? Um, Going within, spending time alone, repetitive message, because I believe that was something to balance yourself out in order to present an emotional offer, to present emotionally. Yeah, you're tempering yourself. You're going with the flow. You're finding balance. Again, justice. I feel like this is very necessary for masculine, which is why he's needing to strongly obey and then getting to obey. So in certain ways, it's isolation and lack of movement, lack of action, right? But it's not coming from me. It is coming from him, but I feel like this is a forced. This is a forced stagnancy. This is a forced place of finding balance and peace and emotional maturity. So whatever is going on in his life, which I don't like to dig into, and I'll say that because it brings negative emotions up, and it's not our business. It's to understand the energy. It's to understand what one is going through, not necessarily their life is, they're broke, and I don't like doing those, because it's like that's messy. That's the messy part. The energy is what you need to be checking into, because if we understand what each other is going through, and I'm being got like, you don't look at it from a negative standpoint. So if I say, hey, feminine's being withdrawn, is because she's still hurting and healing. Okay, cool. But then we look at it from masculine's not taking any action because he's needing to balance himself, because he's weighed down. He hasn't gone through a transformation, and he's just trying to temper himself. That's why he's spending time alone. It makes a lot more sense. It's not, he's a narcissist. That part does trigger certain emotional strings within us, and we kind of hold on to those, and then we get thrown off our path and actually put into a certain mind space when it regards to our counterparts of the entire situation as a whole. So just keep that in mind. King of Cups, healing, yes, emotionally balanced, doing the healing, hoping, wishing, having a lot of love, but okay. Yep. Okay. Holding back, healing so you can become stable, more grounded, more nurturing, more expansive, actually leveling up, actually having the Midas touch. But at this point, there is a hold back, there is a resistance. It's holding on to that stability, holding back to be secure and heal. He's choosing a path, and it's a healthy choice, because I know that I'm not emotionally stable or mature. I'm going to hold back. Awesome plan, right? King of Wands, awesome choice in direction. Yep, King of Wands in reverse, outwardly not taking action, internally moving forward with direction and purpose, actually knowing where they're going, moving forward fast. What's the Knight of Wands? Yeah, setting yourself free, getting a new cycle. One more for the Knight of Wands. A new cycle. Five of Pentacles, new cycle. So yeah, okay, so that kind of makes sense. So the Five of Pentacles, setting oneself free, right? Start a new cycle. With the Five of Pentacles coming out, it's because you want to move forward. You're holding yourself back. You feel left out in the cold. You feel resistant, but you're making a decision. You're holding back. You're nervous, and you're trying to make a decision. You're trying to clear up that mental blockage, but there's fears and anxieties that's causing the blockage, so you're trying to find your strength as well. So that goes back to that lack mentality. It goes back to that confidence being the focus right now. You gotta find your stable place. Four of Wands, man. What's the Ace of Wands? Clarify the Ace of Wands. Yep. That make a head over heart decision. Don't spark anything up. It's like, use your discernment. You use your clear mind, your logic part, Yeah, when it comes to this connection, working and actually moving on to a calmer place and growing, expanding with the Empress, overcoming those challenges and being emotionally fulfilling. It's like we gotta do what we gotta do. Gotta do what we gotta do and move forward. I'm sorry. Let's keep going. Eight of Pentacles in reverse. Okay. High Priestess. Coming out of waiting period. Uninvesting. Moving in silence and uninvesting where you're not seeing growth. No longer waiting. Yeah, getting sparked. There you go. You're not putting in any effort into things that aren't changing for you. So you uninvest, you create something new, you spark up something else, and you kind of move in silence. You don't have to speak it out loud. You're actually moving with the inner knowing of what you need to uninvest in. And it's funny because it's not working, not putting in the effort. So, which is the Seven of Pentacles, is a sign of uninvestment, no longer waiting for things to grow, change, or you know what I'm saying? So, it's definitely clarifying that a lot better. What's the Death in reverse? balance, things that aren't changing. I also feel like if that's a lack of change, and so you need to recalibrate, you need to readjust and balance that things out based on what didn't change, what didn't happen. Yeah, by making a judgment call, you have to grow from that. What's the Empress? Nurturing, observing, watching, observing, learning. So giving life to, developing mentally. One more for the Empress. Watching and observing. Three of Cups. It's more about emotional collaboration, holding back emotions. It's like you're learning more about two cups pouring into one. Knowing when to hold back emotions, when, developing that sense of emotional maturity and stability as well. It's the growth, yeah. Holding back emotions, even though you're heartbroken, you're gonna take those initial steps to begin. You're getting good news about the spark of creation. There's some anxiety, and slow movement, but it's like I'm creating something, giving life to something. I'm just watching and observing. It's the incubation stage when the Empress is going to give life or give birth to something later. We watch, we observe. When I don't know how many people, and if you have, I'm quite sure you watched and observed your love and the emotions that your child, when you were pregnant, with it being in your belly, what it felt, what it wanted, what it was, when it was kicking, when it was, you know what I'm saying, when it had cravings. You watched, you observed. Yeah. Emotional independence. In life, things come crashing down. You have all of the things that you would want at your fingertips, including long-term success and stability. How do you want to achieve it? What's the Justice card? It's balance out. Knight of Cups. Balancing out into emotions. One more for the Justice card. Okay. Ouch. Okay. Balancing out how you show up in love, going within, how you open up to love. So it's like, you got to know how you show up, how you present it, and how you open up to it when it comes to relationships. You do have to observe and watch and learn, and again, that goes back to not uninvesting in things that aren't working. If it doesn't work, stop doing it. Yeah. Newly developed emotions. Ace of Cups, self-love, self-care, love offers. Eight of Swords. Yeah. Because it helps you move slow. Star card. Both of these came out. Eight of Cups. Walking away from things no longer serve you. Turning your back on emotional things that have drained you. You're starting something new. You're having strength and courage to do so. You're also taming the beast from within. Clarifying the strength card again. And the strength on the inside and out. So you're gaining your strength. You're holding yourself back. You're doing, things behind the scenes. You're actually plotting, planning, setting boundaries, and protecting your energy, right? That's the success. Let's see, Six of Wands. I'm going to try and keep it moving. I didn't realize I was that far. Yep. success. You gain some type of clarity. What's the Two of Cups? Yeah, okay, so gaining such, okay, so you gain mental clarity. Two of Cups, it's growing and expanding. King of Swords, you're thinking clearly, you're enlightened. Ten of Cups. Okay, sideways. It's like a mini tower moment. It's not as explosive or whatever. You guys understand. You had revelations. Things have come crashing down about what you actually deem as emotionally fulfilling, and it's like in what doesn't work, what doesn't work in your favor when it comes to emotional fulfillment. So you're taking action. You're taking action to change that. Queen of Swords. Yep, being discerning, making choices in love. Judgment. What's the Judgment? Where's the Emperor? Yeah, being stable and in control, making the judgment to lay a foundation and level up, boss up, actually take control of that. To have a foundation, to have the stability that you need. Seven of Cups. Let's try that again. Sorry. Seven of Cups. Clearly, two want to keep coming out, and these are the same ones. Embarking on a new journey. Trying to have hope and optimism because, yes, you're kind of over the confusion. You're kind of over the missed opportunities, the chances that kind of keep coming, and you're like, no, I don't like what's in front of me. I'm trying to be hopeful. I'm trying to be positive and taking those steps or getting messages, but it's like, it may be emotional confusion. It may be just a bunch of different choices in front of you that create that energy, but you're still hopeful by it. You manifest it. You miss each other. In nostalgia. One more for the Magician, please. Yeah, in nostalgia, you're missing each other, trying to make a decision. Two of Wands. Yeah, choosing a direction, coming out of sadness, loss, regrets. One more for the Two of Wands, please. And want a fresh start, new beginning. You want to level up, you want to ascend, but you got to do it independently. You're doing it on your own. Let's get some romance angels. I'm sorry, I'm moving fast because I don't want to run out of time. But that's pretty much what's going on here. We got feminine, giving her strength, balancing out within her, developing emotions, uninvesting, no longer waiting, coming out of that period of, is it going to grow? Is it going to change? Can I pick it now? Can I pick it now? No, let me balance this out. Let me make this judgment call. Let me switch things up. Let me walk away from those emotions of things not, growing at when I would like it to, or me sitting there waiting for things to grow. Let me just balance myself out. Let me go look at how I show up emotionally. I'm going to get some wisdom in how I open up the two emotions. Let's see here. Let go of control issues. Allow the situation to unfold naturally. Codependency. Addictions are affecting your romantic life. One moment. Control issues. That would go to the burdens that he's carrying. And keep an open mind. Your soulmate may differ from usual type and expectations. So that goes back to the Queen of Swords. Use your discernment. Use a clear mind. Be open. Be fair. Let go of control issues. Not taking any action, but internally taking action. It is moving forward, but you're actually trying to balance yourself out. The codependency, I feel like that's an addiction to control, maybe in this circumstance, because I'm feeling like you're weighed down by it and you're holding back. I do get that sense. All right, mutual energy. Mutual. Finances and career. Financial issues are a factor in your love life right now. And that may be the leveling up, the bossing up, finding your stability and taking control of your life. And then that coming out of that mourning stage, actually finding your own stability and security here. That level up, that ascension with the Ace of Pentacles. Alright, you deserve love, you are lovable. It's you guys making that decision, that choice, that call. It says very soon, clearly decide what you want so that it comes to you now. And that's why we got the King and Queen of Swords out here, Emperor and Empress. We also have King and Queen of Cups out here. Who else showed up? Okay, I think that's it. Those are the matches. But it's asking for you guys to clearly decide, because things maybe feeling like things haven't been going in your favor. You need to get a little bit more clear on what you want. That's why I'm saying clearly decide what you want. Having that hope and optimism is one thing, but when you still have that Seven of Cups energy, daydreaming, options, choices, looking at things from different perspectives is still present. So I get that you guys are taking action, but it's still to make a decision, and I feel like that's what you guys are working on. So, and for feminine, give your relationship a chance. Work on your partnership, attraction. You attract romantic love by enjoying this moment fully. And chemistry, there's a strong magnetic attraction here, which is why we have strength internally. And externally, you need to turn your back on your emotions and actually gain your strength. You're doing the healing. I do feel that the enjoyment of the moment would be a part of some of that self-love, self-care, finding balance within those emotions. Enjoy where you're at. We all get to certain points and we never really just enjoy where we're at. Look at where you came from. And I'll challenge and ask, can you see where you're going? Have a look. Enjoy where you're at. And be confident enough, and that goes back to the original focus on the confidence. It's like, know where you're going, know where you've been, where you're at, and where you're going, and that comes with confidence. You know where you're going, so where you're at, if it looks like it's on point, it's on point. Go ahead and enjoy where you're at. If it doesn't look on point, do the work and enjoy that you're working on getting where you're trying to go. Let go of control issues. Yep. It's taking away from your progress. It's taking away from things unfolding naturally. Codependency, addictions are affecting your romantic life. It's keeping you trapped, keeping you stuck where you're at, and you're needing to actually obey. Keep an open mind. That's what you're working on. That's your occupation. That's your mission right now. That's what you're guided to do, masculine. Finances and career. Privileged lady. Financial issues are a factor in your love life right now. I feel like you're working on building to become more privileged, and that's just a privilege, right? Being more abundant, being taken care of. You deserve love. You are lovable on this path that you're taking. So don't forget that. I feel like that's a reminder. Calling in your soulmate. Boom. Couldn't match any better, huh? The Lovers. Give your relationship a chance on this journey. Yes. It's like feminine's tapping into how she loves, how she feels emotions, how she sees love, and how emotional presentation. So if I say how someone comes in on an emotional and how she actually receives it, because it's kind of like the knight coming in and the queen going within to observe, right? Attraction. You attract romantic love by enjoying this moment fully. Mature man, being stable. Making a change, maturing. Chemistry. Community, open up. There's a strong magnetic attraction here, and then it says community. I get that's making a decision to kind of open up, have a sense of a safe space, right? But that's pretty much all I have for you. As always, I say keep a positive mindset. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Please don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe. Thank you. Bye. See you guys tomorrow.